Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Matt Lipping, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that there could be more rate hikes by the Fed as the market has priced in already. Maybe it's more than we expected. And what's happening then? So this is very important to talk about. And the second thing I would like to talk about is that there are rumors that Microstrategy started to sell Bitcoin, but is it true or false? And the third thing I would like to talk about is that Grayscale basically renews push with SEC for Bitcoin Spot ETF. They really want to make this happen. Guys, all this in today's video. And if you don't want to miss a single important thing, you would like to follow the market and know what's happening, keep yourself up to date. Very important to subscribe here to Blockchain Bloom, because every single weekday I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. And also, guys, check out the links under this video, many useful ones. For instance, there's a free course and there are links also when you would like to register with a centralized exchange, and then you get a nice discount on trading fees. And now it's time to look at the market, and we can actually see that Bitcoin is right now down 1.8%, right now 38,903, but we were lower today already. And Ethereum went down 2.6% in the last 24 hours, 2,863 at the moment. When we're looking at the top gainers, we see Apecoin going up 7.2, then we have Dogecoin 4.7 and AMP 1.6. And when we're looking at the losers, Stacks is the leader with 10.4% down, then we have Zilliqa 9.9 and Waves 8.1. And let's have a quick look at the candlestick chart. And guys, now we have this trend line, which is actually broken because look at today's candle, it's underneath here. So I'm very curious where this candle will close itself. Does it go back all the way and close above it, or we will close underneath? And then will this actually on a weekly close here under this line? This would be another interesting question. And obviously, when you're looking at these numbers, so definitely the next thing I'm looking at is this level around 37,500, because if we're going underneath that and we close underneath that, then we're forming here a lower low, and this can turn things actually a little bit bearish. But not just the fact what is here on the chart, but also things what's happening right now. By the way, people obviously now sleeping on crypto and Bitcoin. When you're looking at here the Google Trends and you're searching the word, for instance, the big ones like Bitcoin or Ethereum, then you can see that, look, here we had this is big interest by people searching on these terms in Google. And now, look, it's really dying off, going down. And obviously, because the market, it's not buzzing, people actually are less interested into crypto. And of course, when they're coming back, when we seeing new all-time highs, and then when they would like to invest, and then when they actually losing obviously after that. So when you're looking at basically the successful people who became quite wealthy with crypto recently, I mean the last, let's say, 4 years, they basically invested the most between 2018 and 2020. Did some dollar cost averaging, not financial advice, what I'm saying here, but just like, the facts. And when the time was right and the market started to take off in 2020, then what they have accumulated, it started to go up. And if they were clever and realizing profits on the way up, then they have made some nice gains. But how people many times react now, that when it's not in the news, it's not interesting. And obviously with that strategy, you cannot make big crypto gains. But this is just here now, just in the brackets. Okay, and now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic, it's all about that what if we're going to have more rate hikes that we have priced in already? So maybe not 7, but having 14, because you don't know when the period ends. And this can change a lot of things on the market. So let's discuss it. So one thing we should talk about, because it has a huge influence on the market behavior, on the stock market. And now we can see that the stock market, it's pretty much correlated with, crypto is correlated to the stock market, put it this way. So whatever happening right now in the stock market, probably we will see similar movements in the crypto market, but with obviously crypto terms. So, even bigger dumps or bigger maybe turning points. So let's share this one here, what I have. It's on Twitter, on Jim Bianco's site. And it's very interesting that actually we don't know when this, rate hike cycle, the entire cycle, going to end. And many people were saying that there will be now maybe then 7 in this year. But what if the whole thing continues and then we're going to have more and more? Has the market priced that in? Probably not. And this is which can bring a big change and actually cause a drop even the stock market, because you do know if the interest is going higher, people will lose interest in risky assets, because why would they invest? That's what they think. And this crypto is a risky asset. Stocks are risky, so they will move to other areas. And of course, it has other consequences as well. Look at this one here. Here on the chart, you can see that, people, market participants, were asked at how many rate hikes they expect. And, back here, look at here, they said in March, it's going to be maybe less than 4. In April, this actually went down. In March, this is what the majority said. The second most was maybe going to have 6. But look here in April, now we're having on the 22nd of April that just 5% think that it's going to be more than 12, which means 95% is thinking it's going to be less than 12. And if this is how they play their cards at the moment, that's pretty risky, because what if we're going to have actually, more, and maybe not just having 7, but after it's continuing and having then maybe 14. And what size it will be here now. They said for May with 50 basis points, but after that maybe 75 and 50 again, or we'll see how it works. Because many people agree now that they should act harder, because we have to do something about it. Otherwise, you're going to see a huge crash sooner or later. Not that this won't lead to that one, but we should act, because the Fed is not reacting too fast to the situation, and this is very dangerous. So, but if this is happening, what is suggested here, then obviously the market hasn't priced it in. And if then the stock market can fall further, obviously we might not seeing, new all-time highs even in the stock market now in this year, or not even in Bitcoin. Depends how the people believe in crypto and Bitcoin, how that one is shifting and changing, because they might think that they put some rather in Bitcoin than in stock, and then something else can be out of this. However, we don't know it, because with Bitcoin, with crypto, we are still in the early stage of adaptation, and we need to clarify first probably the regulations, and then the majority who is actually now hesitating to enter into crypto or not, then they will come. But how fast will that happen, and how fast the other things are going? So this is a kind of race here with the things. And yes, if there are more rate hikes are coming, this probably can change the game for a period of time. I'm not saying that after the which goes down, obviously it goes up. Just our expectations that will we hit a new all-time high this year. Maybe it's rather coming next year, after next year, if this continues like that. So it's just one thing I wanted to drag the attention to, and then we'll see how it will turn out. You can drop comments about it, what you think under this video. Okay, the next thing I would like to talk about is about MicroStrategy. Are they really selling their Bitcoin? Because these are the rumors. So there are rumors now that MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor, who is the CEO of MicroStrategy, they started to sell Bitcoin, but they say, of course, keep Bitcoin. And well, they're saying this because they're the third biggest Bitcoin holder address. It's selling some Bitcoin. And obviously, some of them think that MicroStrategy is the one who is behind that address. However, so the CEO of the Nasdaq listed company, MicroStrategy, has dispelled the rumor that his company has been quietly selling Bitcoin. He explained that the company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, so the SEC. Changes in Bitcoin holding must be disclosed to shareholders via SEC filings. So they have to do this, right? So they cannot really secretly say, just get rid of some Bitcoin, because, you know, the shareholders must know about it. But it's nothing like this going on. And well, just think about it. MicroStrategy has accumulated already 129,218 Bitcoin. This was, you know, on the 6th of April. And well, they have spent, roughly speaking, $4 billion on it, on average price around 32,000. If you're looking at this amount right now, this we're talking about a bit more than $5 billion US dollar at the moment. So it's still, even Bitcoin is down, they have still done a great investment so far. On the other hand, if they would like to sell some of it to get it back later, I don't think it's nothing wrong with this. Of course, Michael Saylor, even on the Bitcoin conference, he closed it with these words that don't sell your Bitcoin. So probably he should hold to that, and also MicroStrategy. And it looks like these are fake news, but you know, it's brought some scarcity to the market again, as they usually go. Okay, and the third thing, it's all about Grayscale, and now they're pushing, you know, their spot ETF even stronger to SEC, that they should approve it. Why? I'm going to tell you in a second. So we do know that Grayscale probably would like to bring out a spot ETF, Bitcoin ETF in the United States. And obviously, they are not the only one. However, now some interesting changes are happening in this area. So Grayscale renewed a month-long push to pursue the Security and Exchange Commission to approve converting the crypto investment firm 40 billion Bitcoin trust into an exchange-traded fund ETF, but the spot ETF. This is very important. So basically, why? What's happening now? So Grayscale's attorneys argued that the point that the first 3 Bitcoin futures ETFs were approved by the SEC under the Investment Company Act of 1940. The TREZOR ETF, however, was approved under the Security Act of 1933. And this is the first one approved by that act. The SEC had previously stated that the 1940 Act offered certain investors protections not covered by the 1933 Act. The implication is that because Bitcoin Spot ETF couldn't be filled via the 1940 Act, they offered insufficient investors protection. So the SEC likely will decide on Grayscale's ETF application by July, so a couple of months. Just a week ago, you know, Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenschein stated he had considered suing the SEC if the bid is rejected. Just after the TREZOR decision was released, Sonnenschein tweeted that when it comes to the alleged difference between Bitcoin, futures ETFs and Bitcoin spot ETFs, the SEC can no longer justifiably cite the 40s Act being the differentiation factor, because now the fourth Bitcoin futures ETFs was allowed based on the Act 1933, which they haven't done previously. So interesting twist, but the point is that sooner or later we're going to have Bitcoin spot ETF. It's just, this is the way it goes. Is it next year or end of this year, or I don't know. Obviously nobody knows the date. We don't see the future, but when it's happening, this could be definitely a catalyst for the market spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States. Okay, that's it for today, guys. If you like this kind of content, smash the like button and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, so you will receive the daily fresh cryptocurrency and blockchain news. And with those news, you can stay up to date, which is very important. I wish you an amazing day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.